Hi all. So today we are going to solve easily doable questions from parabola and hyperbola. And in different shifts of April 2024 attempt, we have 14 questions and out of which 6 are easily doable which we are going to solve. So now let's start from our first question. Here is our first question now. Now this question says let PQ be a chord of the parabola y square is equal to 12x and the midpoint of PQ be at 4, 1, then which of the following point lies on the line passing through the points P and Q? So here to find the equation of chord when we have a given midpoint, we have an easy formula. T is equal to S1. So we will use this formula. We will get y minus 6x plus x1. In this case, we have x1 as 4. 4 is equal to, we will put this point in this equation. We will get 1 minus 48. So from here I will get y minus 6x minus 24 plus 47 which is plus 23 is equal to 0. 0. Now when I will see all the options, I can clearly see that the option D satisfies this line. I can show you 1 upon 2 comma minus 20. We will get minus 20 minus 3 plus 23 which is equal to 0. So option D lies on the line. So our option D is correct. And here is the solution and you can see that our answer is correct. Here is the next question now. Now this question says suppose AB is a focal chord of the parabola y square is equal to 12x of length L and slope m less than root 3 if the distance of the chord AB from the origin is d, then LD square is equal to. Now first I will make a rough graph of this parabola. So the graph of our given parabola will be of this type. Let's say this is our focus S and this is our focal chord. This is our focal chord which passes through the focus S. And wait a minute. Yes. So the question says that the distance of the chord AB, this is our chord AB, distance of the chord AB from the origin is D. And let's suppose that this angle of this chord which is subtended to the x-axis is alpha. And we know that the distance between origin and the focus is a. So from the parabola our a will be equal to 3. Now our formula to the length of the focal chord will be L is equal to 4a cosec square alpha. Now this is equal to 12 into. Now from this right angle triangle I can say that my cosec square alpha or hypotenuse square which is 3 square upon perpendicular square which is d square. So from here our L into d square is equal to 12 into 9, which is equal to 108. So our answer is equal to 108. And here is the solution, and you can see that our answer is correct. Here is our next question now. Now this question says, let a line perpendicular, wait a minute, let a line perpendicular to this line touch the parabola. Y square is equal to 4x minus 9 at the point P. The distance of the point P from the center of the circle, of this circle, is. So first we will write the slope of the tangent. So our slope, wait a minute, our slope of tangent is equal to, now slope of this line is 2 and our tangent is perpendicular to this line. So our slope of tangent will be equal to minus 1 upon 2. Now I can write my point P as 9 plus 1 upon minus 1 upon 2 whole square, comma 1 upon, comma 2 upon minus 1 upon 2. And this is equal to, this point is equal to 13, comma minus 4. Now I will find the center of the circle. So center of the circle will be 14 upon 2, which is 7, comma 8 upon 2, which is 4. So from here our distance between point P and C is equal to under root of 6 square, which is 36, plus 8 square, which is 64. So under root of 36 plus 64 is equal to under root of 100, which is equal to 10. So our answer is 10. 10. And here is the solution, and you can see that our answer is correct. Here is the next question now. Now this question says, let the length of the focal chord PQ of this parabola be 15 units if the distance of PQ from the origin is P, then 10P square is equal to. Now in this question, first again I will draw the diagram. This is our graph, and this is our focal chord P Q. Now our coordinates of the focus will be 3, 0. Length of the focal chord is 15, and distance of the focal chord from the origin is P. So let's say that angle of the focal chord from the x-axis is theta. Then this angle will also be equal to theta. So from here we can say that our 15 is equal to, now the distance between origin and the focus is 3. So our 15, which is the length of focal chord, is equal to 4 theta. Now my 4a is 12, so I will get sine square theta is equal to 12 upon 15, which is equal to 4 upon 5. And my cos square theta, which is equal to 1 minus sine square theta, this will be 1 upon 5. Now from here our tan square theta, which is equal to sine square theta upon cos square theta, which is equal to 4. So from here our tan theta is equal to 2. So from this equation I can say that my tan theta, which is equal to slope of the line PQ, which is equal to 2. So from here I can write my equation of PQ. My slope of PQ is 2 and my PQ passed through the point S. So my PQ is y is equal to 2 times x minus 3. So this equation will be y minus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now my P will be equal to 6 upon under root of 1 plus 4, which is under root of 5. So from here our 10 P square is equal to 10 into 36 upon 5, which is 2 times 36, which is equal to 72. So our answer is equal to 72. And here is the solution, and you can see that our answer is correct. This is our next question now. Now, this question says let S be the focus of the hyperbola. On the positive x-axis, let C be the circle with the center at A and passing through the points S if O is the origin and SAB is the diameter of C, then the square of the area of the triangle OSB. So first we will make a circle. Yes. Now here the center of this circle is A under root 6, comma root 5. And our circle passes through the point S, and S is the focus of the hyperbola. So first, to find the focus, we will find eccentricity. Eccentricity is equal to 1 plus 5 upon 3, which is equal to under root of 8 upon 3. So from here, our S will be root 3 into A into E. I am taking the positive one. Under root 3 into under root of 8 upon 3, comma 0. So this is equal to root 8 comma 0. Now this is a diameter and it ends at point P. So we know that midpoint of B and S is A, and let's say that our B is alpha comma beta. So our B is equal to we will get alpha plus root 8 is equal to alpha plus root 8 is equal to root 6 comma beta is equal to 2 root 5. We will get here alpha as 2 root 6 minus root 8 comma 2 root 5. Now we will complete the triangle. Let's say that this is our x-axis This is our x-axis and point S lies on the x-axis. This point is our origin and this is our triangle. So now here, to find the area of the triangle, we can easily find the length of the base and length of the height. We need to find the length of the height to find the area of triangle. So from here, our area of triangle OSP is equal to 1 upon 2 OS into H, and this is equal to 1 upon 2 under root of 8. Now distance of B from the x-axis will be equal to 2 root 5, which is equal to our height, and this is perpendicular. So from here, this is equal to under root of 40. So the question asks us about square of the area of triangle OSD. So square of root 40 will be equal to 40. 40. And here is the solution, and you can see that our answer is correct. Here is the next question now. Now this question says, let the foci of a hyperbola coincide with the foci of this ellipse E, and the eccentricity of the hyperbola H be the reciprocal of the eccentricity of the ellipse E. If the length of transverse axis of H is alpha and length of its conjugate axis is beta, then we have to find the value of this expression. So first here I will draw the graph. This is our, wait a minute. Now note that these are not our coordinate axis. So yes, first I will make ellipse, and now I will make hyperbola. Now the foci of ellipse and hyperbola are same. Let's say this is our F1 and this is F2, foci number 2. So first we will find our eccentricity of ellipse. So our eccentricity of ellipse will be equal to under root of 1 minus 75 upon 100. This is equal to under root of 25 upon 100, and this is equal to 5 upon 10, which is equal to 1 upon 2. Now I can easily find our eccentricity of hyperbola, which is equal to 1 upon eccentricity of ellipse, and this is equal to 1 upon eccentricity of ellipse, which is equal to 2. Yes. Now I need to find F1 and F2. So to find the foci, I will use formula foci as 1 plus minus AE. This is the eccentricity of ellipse, comma 1. So from here our F1, which is 1 plus 10 upon 2 comma 10 upon 2 comma 1, and this is equal to 6 comma 1. And now I will find foci 2. Foci 2 will be equal to 1 minus 10 upon 2 comma 1. This is equal to minus 4 comma 1. Now so from here our center of this ellipse will be our center is midpoint of F1 and F2, which is 1 comma 1. Now, now I need to find the length of transverse axis and length of conjugate axis of the hyperbola. So the distance between two foci of the hyperbola, which is 2a eccentricity of hyperbola, is equal to distance between two foci of the ellipse, which is distance between these points will be 10. So from here our A is equal to our eccentricity of hyperbola is 2, so our A is equal to 5 upon 2. From here our alpha is equal to the length of transverse axis of hyperbola, which is equal to 2a, and this is equal to 5. Now, now, now I need to find the length of the conjugate axis. So I know that my eccentricity of hyperbola square is equal to 1 plus b square upon a square. So from here I will get my b square as equal to my eccentricity of hyperbola whole square is equal to 4. So my b square is equal to 3a square. My b is equal to 5 upon 3, and my conjugate length of conjugate axis, which is beta, is equal to 2b, which is equal to 5 root 3. Now I will find the value of 3 alpha square plus 2 beta square. Now this is equal to 3 multiplied by 25 plus 6 multiplied by 25. So this is equal to 25 multiplied by 9, which is equal to 225. So our answer is option D. And here is the solution, and you can see that our answer is correct. And here are the rest of the questions, which are ranked moderate, easy but lengthy, and difficult. And here is the answer sheet to the unsolved questions. And here are the links to the video solutions to all 130 easily doable questions of GIN 2024 attempt. So, hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.